One question, two analysts, 3 minutes. I'm Tim Prister with Tim O'Malley for Irish Illustrated. Our question for today is, who is the most valuable player of Notre Dame's 33-6 run from 2017 to 2019?
That's our. I think it's my favorite one so far. We probably both agree that the most valuable person is in the Brian Kelly, Clark Lee, Mike Elko, Matt Balis range. But for players, I put a little more weight on 17 than I do 19 because I think with a subpar 17, it doesn't necessarily get to this point. I think they had to be as good as they were. First guy that came to mind, I'm not sure I'm settling on him, was Drew Tranquill, because I think Tranquill's influence probably carried over in 19. Khalid Kareem's really the only guy that contributed heavily to all three teams. And I have one more that I'm going to save when we do a little back and forth. But I think Tranquill, because of his influence on the 19 team and how good he was in the other two.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking necessarily in terms of the guys that spanned the entire time, but you're right about Kareem, and Kareem's going to be greatly missed from this football team, regardless of what they have coming back at defensive end. But, you know, I think you can make an argument for the way that Chase Claypool played in 2019. Certainly in 2018, Ian Book gave them the spark that they needed, and Dexter Williams gave them the other spark that they needed in the running game. But, you know, I looked at the stats, and defensively, Tavon Coney certainly needs to be mentioned as well. But, I mean, I look at the stats, and what are the ones that stand out the most outrageous stats? Josh Adams at 6.9 yards per carry, but that's because he was behind an offensive line, and they averaged 6.3 yards per carry as a group. So, for me, I just think that number stands out so much, and it launched the 3 years, the 33-6. So I'm going to say Quentin Nelson and Mike McGlinchey led offensive line. Yeah,
they were the best single season entity for sure. I actually thought of a guy like Miles Boykin, who made the play in 17 to make it a successful season, really on paper and excitement level, and launched that into their 12-0 run. He wasn't there last year. I think if he just stayed, if he was a 3-year guy, I think Miles Boykin could be a call here.
Right.
But I want to say one guy that did not play at all in 17, because he also was part of the culture at Notre Dame, is Alohi Gilman in 18 and 19. Totally changed the way Notre Dame was able to play defense on the back end. And really just, I said Tranquill changed the culture as a leader and everything. Alohi Gilman continued that. So I just want to give it to someone on defense, because I think the defense is better the last 3 years than
well, I was just going to say, I totally agree with that, because the reason they're 33-6 is mainly because of Mike Elko and the culture that he created, and then Clark Lee picking up where he left off. Now, we're not supposed to, it's most valuable player, not most valuable coach. But,
right.
So I guess, you know, some of the defensive players that we've said, Tavon Coney came up so huge, literally out of nowhere in 2018. And then ended up making 239 tackles over the course of 2 years. So, I mean, I think collectively we have to say the defensive side of the ball, but there certainly were some highlights offensively.
I think we both had Tavon Coney written down as our MVP of the Citrus Bowl. Then we're all like, wait, when Miles Boykin made that
right,
play.
Right. That's it for today with one question, two analysts, and 3 minutes from Irish Illustrated.